Hey guys, welcome back to John's Outdoors. Today we're going to talk about another springtime tactic, one that's taken the fishing world by demand. It's not a new one. I'm not here to say that I'm inventing the wheel, or the many other folks that have talked about it are inventing the wheel, because it's been around, but it's made a resurgence. A lot of guys are using it, catching a lot of big fish. And today we're going to talk about it, and we're going to discuss on how to use it, and the fact that we can use it from the bank or from the boats. Stay tuned, it's going to be a good one. Okay, guys, the technique I want to talk about today is none other than mid-strolling. Okay, mid-strolling technique's been around a long time. Some of us have been doing it, then, we don't even know. We didn't even call it mid-strolling, we just called it jigging along. Essentially, what mid-strolling is, and bottom strolling, same thing. Mid-strolling's for your suspended fish out deep. You're being able to put your bait out there vertical, like say this punk shad, for instance, which is an excellent mid-strolling bait. You can put this baby out there vertical, and you can just tease them, make them come to, makes it look like a big fish there. There's not going to be a lot of movement, but when you're mid-strolling, there'll be a different movement. It's going to go side to side, body roll side to side, not so much back and forth like your paddle tails, but you're going to roll your body back and forth and stay fairly vertical even when you're vertically setting. Another little tip, if you go with the spunk shad, you want to have a two-tone color. Okay, this being the ghost shad, I'm trying to get you, you won't be able to see the body roll other than the jig on that one. But if you go with something like the natural gill color from Hog Farmer, which would be an excellent color also, see those two-tone colors there? Now, when you get that body roll, you get those colors shown. Hooks you would use for this. Quite simple. Most guys use just a regular ball head with a 90-degree line tie. You can use, Owner has a, no, it's not Owner, it's, oh, come on, John. Owner has theirs, I'm trying to think, it's a hook that the lead weight comes up onto the eye. I just can't think of the name of it. And then, what's the other one? It's a hybrid. It's a hybrid swim jig from BMC. BMC hybrid swim jig's a good one. Some other baits that you might consider. Now, when you get the flat-sided baits, guys, you'll notice that the two-tone doesn't matter as much. So you could use something like the Stray King caffeine shad that's flat on both sides, so when it rolls, you'll actually see it rolling. Okay, that's an option. Another good option would be, give me a second here, fellas. Another good option, especially if you want to go for bigger fish, a little deeper, the Crush City Freeloaders. This is the black and blue. I must say, though, these are also flat-sided, but I also got the two-tone color, even though you don't have to do two-tone color on the flat side, because they will rock back and forth, and you'll know it. Where the rounded ones, like your Hog Farmer spunk shads, they're rounded. You don't see it as much as you will on the flat-sided. But this black and blue will be excellent in dirty water, so you could do your mid-strolling, bottom strolling in dirty water. Another good one would be another freeloader. This is the Gizzard Chat, also two-tone. Okay. Like I said, you put your jig there. If you're looking for suspended fish, you think if they're shallow, and you're fishing them shallow, like in this pre-spawn spawn, and they're up shallow. You're just going to cast out, and the technique would be cast your rod out, and almost like you're slow rolling with like a spinner bait or spinner bait or a big crankbait with a bait caster. This will be done on a spin caster, medium action, spin caster, fast action tip. And you're slow rolling it, and you're just shaking that rod tip, okay? And that's going to make that lure go as it's coming through the water column. Shallow, you just get right on it. If you're out a little deeper, you might, and you think they're suspended, count down a little bit, and then start that retrieve. Same thing, all the way back. Nothing hard about it. Guys, and then another lure that I like. Now this one's pre-rigged. They're roughly about $10 for three of them, but I thought they looked real good. Is the Power Switch by Berkley Power Bait. This being the perch color in HD. The cool thing about the Power Switch is, according to Berkley, okay, try to show you that tail there. See if you can see that tail. Oh, it's taken out. Ouch. Okay. Stabbed myself with the staple. So you see that tail? That weird shape on that tail there? It's pre-rigged. Then it has that, I don't know, spades shaped tail. What this is supposed to do is you can just cast this out and start reeling it, and it'll start going. It's hard to do here. So when you reel it, you're going to get that body roll. And you don't have to twitch your rod. You just start slow reeling that sucker, and he's going to side to side. Guys, this is a technique that these fish have not picked up on yet. For whatever reason, they're just destroying them. And if you watch any of the MLF, BASS tournaments, a lot of the guys are mid-strolling, bottom strolling. You see that rod going like this. That's what they're doing. For whatever reason, it just turns the fish on. It's a nice little finesse type way. You could also use the, another one would be the hover rig by, I use the hover rig by, oh, shoot, what's that company? I'll get back to you on the company. But it's a company that Matt Stefan from Matt Stefan Fishing. Core Tackle. Core Tackle makes a hover rig. Has a 90-degree hook tie, weight forward. I use those on like flatworms and stuff. And basically what that's going to do is let you get a death spiral out of your bait. Now you're not going to cover a lot of water with that technique, so that's going to be target specific. But you get that death spiral out of like a pintail minnow or something. Looks like a dying bait fish. They're going to come unwound. The cool thing about the mid-strolling, bottom strolling is you can cover water with this. These techniques, these baits. You can, fan cast, find them fish, and start getting on them quicker. Then if they slow down on the mid-strolling or the bottom strolling, then you just try the hover rig. Let that bait die down in front of them. You got to find them first. Once you find them, you can pick them apart with the hover rig. But guys, that's basically it. Like I said, you're going to use a flat-sided beta, and if you use the Hog Farm or Spunk Shads, you want to use a two-tone color. This way you can actually see that body roll, and that'll give the fish a chance to see it. If you're using a flat-sided bait like the Freeloaders or the Caffeine Shads, the two-tone don't really matter because you will see that side-to-side action. There's a bunch of different jigs out there. Like I said, VMC has the hybrid swim jig. That's one that you could use for this technique. There's Owner has one, And then I do believe Depps has one, and I can't think of the name of it, but it has wings. We'll talk about that one real quick. So I think it's called V8 fish or something. Anyhow, they have a special head they use for it. Has like little fins on the side. And that's the only bait and jig that you're really going to work that rod tip. So instead of going like this, you're going to snap that rod tip. Snap that rod tip. This ain't a technique. The Depps V8 minnow is not a technique for cold water because you're going to get a lot more action. But when the water warms up and you want a lot more action, it'd be a cool little technique. I don't have any. I'm going to have to get some. But when you snap your rod, that bait will dart. Like walking the dog, you know, go up and with every rod tip snap. So it's just a different take on the mid-strolling, bottom strolling technique. Well, guys, if you liked the video, I can't stress enough, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. We're growing greatly. I can't tell you guys how much I truly appreciate you guys that have been here since the beginning and guys that are joining. Please check out some of the other videos for the new guys that, subscribe. We got all kinds of videos on neds and stuff, even some fish catches. Check them out, see what you think. And for anybody that's considering, please subscribe. We're growing nicely. I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you guys all. And if you got any suggestions, any questions, or you want to add anything to a video, leave it in the comments down below. Love to hear from you guys. Okay, guys, till the next one, we'll see you later.